The hip-hop world exploded with controversy when 50 Cent reportedly leaked a secret involving King Harris and Tameka, Tiny Harris, and the moment the story began spreading online, people immediately started talking about how T.I. reacted with serious anger. The situation quickly became one of the most talked about topics across hip-hop blogs and social media, and fans everywhere were asking the same question. Why would 50 Cent reveal something about King Harris and Tiny Harris, and what exactly made T.I. so furious? The story reportedly started when 50 Cent mentioned something during an online conversation that caught everyone's attention. Fans who follow 50 Cent know that 50 Cent has a long history of speaking boldly and sometimes creating viral drama, but this time the situation felt different. The moment 50 Cent brought up King Harris and Tiny Harris, people immediately began sharing clips and screenshots across the internet. Within minutes, the names of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. were trending across multiple social media platforms, and the internet began trying to figure out what was really happening. Many people believe that 50 Cent enjoys stirring the pot, especially when it comes to hip-hop conversations. Over the years, 50 Cent has gone back and forth with many celebrities, and his reputation for trolling online has made him one of the most unpredictable voices in entertainment. Because of that history, some fans initially assumed that 50 Cent was simply joking or making another sarcastic comment. However, the situation escalated quickly once the discussion began focusing more closely on King Harris and Tiny Harris. King Harris, who is the son of T.I. and Tiny Harris, has been slowly stepping into the spotlight over the past few years. As the child of two famous parents, King Harris has grown up surrounded by fame and cameras, and fans often pay attention to everything he does. Because of this attention, the moment 50 Cent mentioned King Harris, the conversation instantly became bigger. People started asking whether 50 Cent knew something that the public didn't know, and rumors began spreading faster than anyone expected. At the same time, Tiny Harris also became part of the discussion. Tiny Harris has spent decades building her career in the music industry and television world, and she has always been closely connected to T.I. and their family. When 50 Cent's comments started circulating, many fans felt that bringing Tiny Harris into the conversation made the situation even more serious. Some people online began defending Tiny Harris, saying that dragging her into a public controversy was unfair, while others kept debating whether 50 Cent was revealing something real or simply creating entertainment drama. Meanwhile, the biggest reaction everyone was waiting for was from T.I. himself. T.I. has always been known for standing up for his family, and anyone who follows T.I. knows that he does not take family matters lightly. When rumors began suggesting that 50 Cent had revealed something involving King Harris and Tiny Harris, fans immediately started tagging T.I. in posts and asking how he would respond. According to people close to the situation, T.I. was extremely upset about the comments involving King Harris and Tiny Harris, and the reports of T.I.'s anger only made the story spread even faster. As the story continued to gain attention, hip-hop fans began choosing sides. Some fans argued that 50 Cent was simply being 50 Cent, pointing out that 50 Cent often jokes about celebrities and creates viral moments online. Those fans believed that people were taking 50 Cent too seriously. On the other hand, many fans believed that mentioning King Harris and Tiny Harris crossed a line, especially considering how protective T.I. is when it comes to his family. Because of this, the internet quickly turned into a battlefield of opinions about 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. The tension grew even more when entertainment blogs began covering the story. Headlines mentioning 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. started appearing everywhere, and each new article brought even more speculation. Some bloggers claimed that 50 Cent knew private information about King Harris and Tiny Harris, while others insisted that the story was being exaggerated by social media. But regardless of what the truth was, one thing became clear. The names of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. were dominating the conversation across the internet. As fans continued discussing the situation, many people started wondering whether this controversy could turn into a direct confrontation between 50 Cent and T.I. Both rappers are known for being confident and outspoken, and neither 50 Cent nor T.I. has a reputation for backing down when things become heated. Because of that, The idea of a possible clash between 50 Cent and T.I. quickly became one of the most exciting possibilities for fans watching the drama unfold. Meanwhile, King Harris remained at the center of the discussion. Since King Harris is still building his own reputation in the music world, many supporters felt that being pulled into a controversy involving 50 Cent could affect his image. Some fans defended King Harris strongly, saying that the young rapper should not be dragged into drama between older hip-hop figures like 50 Cent and T.I. Others continued analyzing every word that 50 Cent had said about King Harris and Tiny Harris, trying to figure out whether there was a deeper meaning behind the comments. At the same time, Tiny Harris also received a wave of support from fans who felt that she deserved respect. Tiny Harris has always been a central figure in the Harris family, and people who admire Tiny Harris quickly spoke up online. Messages defending Tiny Harris spread across social media, with many fans reminding others about her long career and the importance of respecting families in the entertainment world. Despite all the speculation, the biggest mystery remained the same. What exactly did 50 Cent mean when he spoke about King Harris and Tiny Harris, and why did it make T.I. so furious? As the internet continued buzzing with debates, fans were waiting for the next move from either 50 Cent or T.I. Because everyone knew that if 50 Cent decided to respond again, or if T.I. chose to speak publicly about King Harris and Tiny Harris, the drama could reach an entirely new level. For now, the tension surrounding 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. continued to grow, and the hip-hop community was watching every update closely. The situation had already turned into one of the most talked-about controversies online, and it was clear that this story was far from over. With emotions rising and fans demanding answers, the next chapter involving 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. was about to become even more intense. As the controversy continued spreading across social media, the tension between 50 Cent and T.I. began growing even stronger, and the names of King Harris and Tameka, Tiny Harris, remained at the center of the conversation as fans tried to understand what was really happening behind the scenes. Every new post mentioning 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, or T.I. seemed to make the story bigger, and the internet quickly turned the situation into one of the hottest topics in hip-hop. After the initial comments from 50 Cent started going viral, fans began closely watching both 50 Cent and T.I. to see who would react next. People who follow 50 Cent know that 50 Cent rarely stays quiet when controversy appears. In fact, 50 Cent has built an entire reputation around responding to drama in ways that keep the internet talking. Because of that, many fans expected 50 Cent to double down on his comments involving King Harris and Tiny Harris. At the same time, the pressure around T.I. was also increasing. Fans were tagging T.I. constantly, asking how he felt about 50 Cent bringing up King Harris and Tiny Harris in such a public way. Since T.I. has always been protective of his family, the involvement of King Harris and Tiny Harris made the situation more personal. According to many discussions online, T.I. was extremely frustrated that 50 Cent had mentioned King Harris and Tiny Harris at all. Meanwhile, social media pages dedicated to hip-hop news began analyzing every detail of the situation. Bloggers posted theories about what 50 Cent might have meant when talking about King Harris and Tiny Harris. Some believed that 50 Cent was hinting at private family matters, while others believed that 50 Cent was simply exaggerating things to create another viral moment. Regardless of the truth, the constant mentions of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. kept pushing the story further into the spotlight. Fans of King Harris also became more vocal online. Many supporters of King Harris argued that the young rapper should not be dragged into public drama between major hip-hop figures like 50 Cent and T.I. Since King Harris is still building his own reputation in the music industry, supporters felt that constant discussion about King Harris could damage his public image. Because of this, many people started defending King Harris and asking others to stop spreading rumors about King Harris and Tiny Harris. At the same time, Tiny Harris also received a large amount of support from fans who admire her career and her role in the Harris family. Tiny Harris has always been known as someone who stands by her family, and many fans felt that bringing Tiny Harris into the conversation was unnecessary. Social media quickly filled with messages defending Tiny Harris, reminding people that Tiny Harris has spent years building her own success and deserves respect. Despite the criticism, 50 Cent continued being one of the most talked about figures in the situation. Every time someone mentioned 50 Cent alongside King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I., the discussion seemed to grow even louder. Some fans even began predicting that 50 Cent might respond again with more comments about King Harris and Tiny Harris, which could push T.I. even further into anger. At the same time, supporters of T.I. began speaking out more aggressively online. Many fans of T.I. believed that 50 Cent had crossed a line by mentioning King Harris and Tiny Harris publicly. These supporters argued that while hip-hop rivalries are common, family members should not be used as part of the drama. Because of this, the online debate between fans of 50 Cent and fans of T.I. became increasingly heated. Meanwhile, the possibility of a direct confrontation between 50 Cent and T.I. became a major topic of speculation. Hip-hop fans know that both 50 Cent and T.I. are strong personalities who are not afraid to defend themselves publicly. If either 50 Cent or T.I. decided to address the situation directly, the conflict could easily become one of the biggest rivalries in recent hip-hop history. King Harris remained one of the most discussed names throughout the entire controversy. Since King Harris has been trying to establish himself as a rapper, many fans were curious about how King Harris might react to being mentioned by 50 Cent. Some people believed King Harris might eventually speak out to defend himself and his family, while others believed King Harris would stay quiet and avoid adding more attention to the situation. Tiny Harris, on the other hand, remained mostly silent as the story continued spreading. But even without public statements from Tiny Harris, her name continued appearing in conversations alongside 50 Cent, King Harris, and T.I. The repeated mentions of Tiny Harris made it clear that the controversy was affecting the entire Harris family. As the hours passed, the internet continued filling with new discussions about 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. Some fans were convinced that the situation would calm down quickly, while others believed the drama was only. The unpredictability of 50 Cent made many people think that another shocking comment could appear at any moment. For T.I., the situation had clearly become personal. The involvement of King Harris and Tiny Harris meant that the controversy was no longer just about music or industry competition. Instead, it had turned into something that touched directly on family pride and respect. Fans who understand T.I.'s personality knew that hearing 50 Cent mention King Harris and Tiny Harris publicly would never be taken lightly. As the hip-hop world watched the story unfold, the tension between 50 Cent and T.I. continued building. The names of King Harris and Tiny Harris remained at the center of the controversy, and the internet showed no signs of slowing down. Every new discussion about 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. seemed to add more fuel to the fire. At this point, the situation had reached a critical moment. Fans everywhere were waiting for the next move from either 50 Cent or T.I. Because everyone understood that if either rapper decided to speak openly about King Harris and Tiny Harris again, the entire controversy could explode into something even bigger. And with the eyes of the hip-hop world locked on 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I., it was clear that the drama was far from finished. The next chapter of this story was already beginning to build, and the reactions from fans, bloggers, and celebrities were about to make the situation even more intense. As the drama continued growing across social media, the conversation around 50 Cent, King Harris, Tameka, Tiny Harris, and T.I. reached an entirely new level. By this point, the story was no longer just a rumor circulating among a few fans. Instead, the names of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. were appearing everywhere, from hip-hop blogs to trending discussions on social media platforms. Fans who followed 50 Cent closely noticed that 50 Cent seemed completely comfortable with the attention. Throughout his career, 50 Cent has shown that controversy often works in his favor, and many people believe 50 Cent understands exactly how to keep his name trending online. Because of this reputation, some fans expected 50 Cent to continue making bold comments about King Harris and Tiny Harris, even knowing that T.I. was reportedly furious about the situation. Meanwhile, the pressure surrounding T.I. continued building. Fans began analyzing every move T.I. made online, searching for clues about how T.I. truly felt about the comments involving King Harris and Tiny Harris. Many supporters of T.I. argued that 50 Cent should never have mentioned King Harris and Tiny Harris publicly, especially considering how protective T.I. is of his family. As the online debates continued, more people began discussing the impact that this controversy could have on King Harris. Being the son of T.I. and Tiny Harris already places King Harris under intense public attention, but the involvement of 50 Cent brought an entirely new level of scrutiny. Some fans expressed concern that King Harris might be unfairly caught in the middle of a conflict between powerful figures like 50 Cent, and T.I. supporters of King Harris began defending him strongly across social media. Many fans posted messages saying that King Harris deserves the chance to build his own career without being dragged into controversies created by others. These supporters emphasized that King Harris should be recognized for his own efforts rather than constantly being compared to his famous parents or mentioned in conflicts involving 50 Cent and T.I. At the same time, Tiny Harris also remained a major focus of the conversation. Fans who admire Tiny Harris quickly began defending her reputation, pointing out that Tiny Harris has worked hard for decades in the entertainment industry. Many people argued that bringing Tiny Harris into the drama between 50 Cent and T.I. was unnecessary and disrespectful. Despite these concerns, the internet continued fueling the story. Every new mention of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. seemed to create more speculation. Some bloggers claimed that 50 Cent might release additional comments about King Harris and Tiny Harris, while others suggested that T.I. might finally respond directly to 50 Cent. The possibility of a direct confrontation between 50 Cent and T.I. quickly became one of the most exciting topics for hip-hop fans. Both 50 Cent and T.I. are known for their strong personalities and their willingness to defend themselves publicly. Because of this, many people believed it was only a matter of time before either 50 Cent or T.I. addressed the situation openly. At the same time, many fans hoped that the conflict would calm down before it escalated further. Some supporters of both 50 Cent and T.I. argued that misunderstandings often happen online and that the controversy involving King Harris and Tiny Harris might simply be a case of exaggerated rumors. These fans encouraged people to stop spreading speculation and wait for official statements from the people involved. However, social media rarely slows down once a story begins trending. The constant mentions of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. kept the situation alive, and each new discussion added more attention to the controversy. Videos analyzing the drama began appearing online, with content creators sharing their opinions about what might really be happening behind the scenes. As the situation continued unfolding, many fans began asking whether King Harris himself might eventually respond. Since King Harris has been working to establish his own identity as a rapper, some people believed King Harris might choose to defend his name publicly. Others believed that King Harris would avoid speaking about the situation altogether in order to prevent further drama between 50 Cent and T.I. Tiny Harris also remained largely silent, which led to even more speculation. Some fans interpreted the silence from Tiny Harris as a sign that the family wanted to avoid making the situation worse. Others believe that Tiny Harris and T.I. might be discussing the issue privately before deciding how to respond. Meanwhile, the unpredictable nature of 50 Cent kept fans watching closely. Because 50 Cent has a long history of responding to controversy with humor, sarcasm, or bold statements, many people expected that 50 Cent might eventually speak again about King Harris and Tiny Harris. If that happened, it could easily push the situation into an even bigger public conflict with T.I. As days passed, the tension surrounding 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. remained intense. The hip-hop community continued debating who was right and who was wrong. Some people believed that 50 Cent had simply created another viral moment, while others believed that mentioning King Harris and Tiny Harris crossed a line that should never have been crossed. Through all the speculation and discussion, one thing became clear. The names of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. had become permanently connected in one of the most talked-about controversies online. Fans everywhere were watching closely, waiting for the next update that could finally reveal the truth behind the situation. And as the drama continued building, many people believed that the final chapter of the story had not yet arrived. Because in the world of hip-hop, conflicts between powerful figures like 50 Cent and T.I. rarely disappear quietly. Instead, they often build toward a dramatic moment when the truth finally comes out, and everyone involved must address what really happened. With the internet still buzzing about 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I., the stage was set for the final part of this unfolding story. A moment when the reactions, emotions, and consequences of the controversy could finally reach their peak. As the controversy reached its peak, the entire hip-hop community continued watching the situation involving 50 Cent, King Harris, Tameka, Tiny Harris, and T.I. with intense curiosity. What started as a single conversation involving 50 Cent had now turned into one of the most talked-about controversies on the internet, and fans everywhere were waiting to see how the story would finally unfold. At this stage, the tension surrounding 50 Cent and T.I. had already created a massive wave of discussion across social media. Every time someone mentioned 50 Cent alongside King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I., thousands of fans immediately joined the conversation. The names of 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. had become deeply connected in a debate that showed no signs of disappearing quickly. For many fans, the biggest concern remained the effect that the controversy might have on King Harris. As the son of T.I. and Tiny Harris, King Harris has always lived under public attention, but this situation placed King Harris in an even brighter spotlight. Supporters of King Harris continued defending him online, saying that King Harris should be allowed to build his own path in the music world without constantly being pulled into conflicts involving older artists like 50 Cent and T.I. At the same time, many people continued defending Tiny Harris as well. Fans pointed out that Tiny Harris has spent years building her reputation and supporting her family. Because of that, supporters of Tiny Harris argued that bringing her name into a public controversy was unnecessary. Messages supporting Tiny Harris appeared across social media, with fans reminding others that respect for family should always come first. Meanwhile, attention remained focused on how T.I. might respond to the situation involving 50 Cent, King Harris, and Tiny Harris. People who know T.I.'s personality understand that T.I. takes family matters very seriously. Throughout his career, T.I. has made it clear that protecting King Harris, Tiny Harris, and the rest of his family is one of his top priorities. Because of this, many fans believe that hearing 50 Cent mention King Harris and Tiny Harris publicly would naturally lead to strong emotions from T.I. At the same time, many observers believe that 50 Cent understood exactly how powerful his words could be. Over the years, 50 Cent has demonstrated a unique ability to create viral conversations that keep fans talking for days or even weeks. Because of this, some people believe that 50 Cent knew the discussion involving King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. would attract massive attention across the internet. Despite all the speculation, no clear resolution appeared immediately. Instead, the discussion continued evolving as fans debated the motivations of 50 Cent and the reactions of T.I. Some people believe that the situation was simply another example of social media drama growing larger than it should. Others believe that there might be deeper personal tensions between 50 Cent and T.I. that caused the controversy involving King Harris and Tiny Harris. As the debate continued, many fans began reflecting on how quickly stories can spread in the modern entertainment world. In the age of social media, a single comment from someone like 50 Cent can instantly reach millions of people. Once fans begin sharing clips and opinions, the story can grow faster than anyone expects. That is exactly what happened with the discussion involving King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. Some observers also pointed out that situations like this show how difficult it can be for celebrity families to maintain privacy. King Harris and Tiny Harris suddenly found themselves at the center of a conversation that started with 50 Cent but quickly expanded far beyond that initial moment. The intense public attention surrounding King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. demonstrated how quickly personal topics can become worldwide discussions. At the same time, the controversy reminded fans how powerful personalities like 50 Cent and T.I. can shape the narrative within hip-hop culture. Both 50 Cent and T.I. have spent decades influencing music, entertainment, and public conversations. Because of their strong reputations, even small comments involving King Harris or Tiny Harris can quickly become major headlines. Eventually, many fans began hoping that the situation involving 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. would calm down before it caused deeper conflict. Supporters from both sides expressed the idea that respect between artists and families is important for the culture. They encouraged people online to stop spreading rumors and focus on supporting the music and achievements of everyone involved. Even though the internet loves drama, many fans also recognize that behind the headlines are real families and real emotions. King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. represent a family that has spent many years in the spotlight, and moments like this show how challenging public attention can be. The constant discussion about 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. demonstrated just how powerful social media conversations have become. In the end, the controversy involving 50 Cent, King Harris, Tiny Harris, and T.I. served as another reminder of how quickly stories can grow in the digital age. What started as a simple mention quickly